Okay, so today I wanted to have a look at 5 laptops that you should consider if you're thinking about content creation. These are going to be a mixed bag of different laptops. How we're going to work this is, some are going to be cheap options and some are going to be a bit more expensive. But we want to see why are laptops cheap and why are laptops expensive. Let me give you a quick review on the ones we're going to look at. So these are things that you'd probably type into Amazon. If you didn't know much about laptops, you'll be like gaming laptop, computer laptop, live streaming laptop or editing laptop, and these will come up. So this first one is an Acer Aspire. We're looking at under $400. We've got another one here which is an HP laptop. It's under $600. Then we've got another HP which is under about $700, we'll say, and then we've got XPS which is close to $1,000. Then we've got other options like the ThinkPad which is about $1,200, and then we're going extreme gaming territory which is a ROG which is about $1,600. Why is there different prices in laptops? What do we need to look out for? In this short video, we're going to have a look at it. We're going to find out what we can do with them, what we can't do with them, and what our limitations are. So we need to know from the start what we're planning to do. Let's look at that first option and see what that allows us to do. So let's go back to the start. This one here is an Acer Aspire. Now, what exactly should this be used for? It's got loads of reviews on Amazon, so people are going mad about these. They're loving it, and it's an Amazon choice as well. Now, for most people, general internet browsing, websites, a bit of light internet gaming, you'd be okay with this. However, if you're doing any type of content creation, what have we got here? Let's break it down. It's an Acer Aspire 5. Then we've got a slim laptop, so it'll be nice and portable. Excellent. It's an AMD Ryzen 3, and that's the size of the screen, 15.6 full HD quad core mobile processor, 4GB RAM. So 4GB RAM is okay. I'm not happy with that though. And then 128GB NVMe SSD. All that basically means is the SSD is a solid state drive. NVMe is this new type of RAM. It looks like RAM. It's basically a small hard drive that you plug into the motherboard of the laptops. So they're not like the conventional hard drives that you would see. I've got loads here somewhere, but they're not going to be here when I want to see them. It's a Windows 10 Home Edition. So what would this be good for? Well, breeze through editing. Nah, mate, I don't think so. Okay, what exactly are you editing on this then? Okay, where the Radeon graphics makes everything faster while offline, on the go, on the couch. Breeze through editing. Are you sure about that? Okay, hey, that's gonna be nice. Let me have a look. Now what's this? Okay, the stunning full HD. Okay, that's fine. The screen's fine. Now, what would I use this laptop for? I would use this laptop for surfing the internet, a bit of light editing, photo editing, like maybe making thumbnails. I'll probably do 720p video editing on there. 720p. Everything's 1080p these days. I think it might struggle at 1080p, and also when you're going to be rendering the video out, it might take longer. Now, these are all little considerations. It could probably technically be done with this laptop. However, is it the best laptop for that? No. What's my goal? Well, I want to be able to edit out a 1080p video 45 minutes. One of my courses that I do would be at least 45 minutes. I want that video to be rendered out in 10 minutes. Right now on my desktop, it takes 20 minutes. It's a i7 desktop dedicated computer, but I need a portable version of this, so when I'm out and about, I can still do everything I need to do. But now that's already pushed this laptop out of my remit for what I need for it to do. So that $374, nope, I won't be needing that laptop. However, if you're looking for laptops, it is a good idea because that is a cheaper option to get you the essentials. Your online banking, your daily home tasks that you would need to do, you'll be fine. It's just when you get intensive into it that you'll start thinking, wait a minute, is this a good option? Okay, let's have a quick look at these now. What we got here? 1080p, okay, fine. Yeah, so that was that one. Now let's look at the second one. Now we're slowly creeping up here. Now we have got a HP 15-inch laptop, 11th gen Intel i5 processor, 8GB RAM. So we're already doubling what we had on the first computer we saw, which was the Acer. So this one is an 8GB RAM, the same hard drive. No, 256. The one we saw in the Acer was, let me bring the Acer back up. I think that was 128. Yeah, the Acer was 128, so we've doubled the RAM we've doubled the storage space. That means we've got a bit more space to store things on it. And then we've got a 15-inch monitor, fine. IPS display, okay. HP fast charge, lightweight design, easy to carry, perfect. So what would this do for us now? 8GB RAM is going to be a minimum, I would say. So you can power through your day, get the job done right with incredible processing power, and okay, yeah, that's fine. Are they promising us video editing on this one? HP True Vision camera, perfect. You can do it for Zoom meetings. It's got good connectivity. You've got, okay, they're perfect. HP quick drops, you can transfer files. Would I use this one for video editing? No, I would not. i5 processor, 11th gen. The newer the generation, what's happening now is they're actually making the newer laptops more power friendly, which means the processors are not going to the full maximum that the older processors went to. So for example, an older processor from say 7th gen would get boosted and use more battery power. So the newer generations, what they're doing now is they're reducing the amount of cores. You'll see things like the limits of how much they are, like 2.3 gigahertz for example, whereas old school you'll see 4 gig, you'll see 5 gig, but because they're trying to conserve battery power, they're lowering that to make it last longer in the battery. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, so we looked at that option for you there. Now we're going to look at the 17-inch version. So we looked at the first version, which was, okay, so 15-inch was under $600, and that's the one that's double the Acer that we looked at. But now if you want to get a bit more fancy, let's look at the HP 17-inch, bigger screen, 11th gen again, i5, 8 gig RAM, same, bigger screen basically. That's all we're getting there, 17.3 inches versus the first one, which was 15.6. So if you want ultra portability, the smaller one will be better. If you want something with a big screen and you're doing some further tasks where you want it widescreen, the wider one, 17 will be better. However, if you can put in another monitor, you'll be fine. So if you're going to another location and you know a monitor will be available, I'm basically going to have a static monitor somewhere else where I can plug it in. So now, is this a good option? HP 17 laptop, 11th gen, okay, i5, 8 RAM, the battery life, long battery life, yeah. All the new gens are going to have long battery life because how they're working their cores is different now. The 11th gens onwards. Long battery life, webcam, dual mics. Oh, okay, interesting. So what we're saying here, nice laptop, looks very pleasing. HP fast charge, 8 gig RAM, up to 4.2 gigahertz with Intel Turbo Boost technology. Okay, SSD, that's fine. So now, what does this actually mean? When you're on battery power, it's going to use the lower capacity. When you go into the battery, when you plug it in, you can actually boost it up. So that's not too bad. It's only $639. That's not too bad. That's a good bang for your buck. But would I use it for what I'm intending to use it for? No, it's not going to be one of the ones I'm going to be buying. Now, what am I doing? Bigger screen, small footprint. Okay. Let's have a quick little look at the bump. Normally the nice, like the marketing spiel is normally nice on these. Let's see what we're saying. HD display. Okay. Okay, so that's nothing too exciting. I'm working through these in terms of pricing. Here we go. Now we're talking, people. However, what we're saying here is it's basically the territory of MacBook Pro kind of territory. They're like the workhorse of everybody loves them, they work great. Now I'm not gonna buy a Mac, I want something equivalent. What's the equivalent? Well, here we go. Dell Xps is the equivalent. This is a 13-inch model, which I'm not gonna get. I'm gonna get the mid-size one. They've got a 13-inch, they've got 15-inch, and they got a 17-inch. 17 is way too big, 13 is a bit too small. Sweet spot 15. Now this is a 2-in-1, so it's probably gonna fold over and become a tablet. Let's have a look at this. The first thing here is I'm going to have to upgrade the hell out of this because the standard one they give you comes with 8 GB RAM. So I'm going to make that 32 GB RAM. It comes with a 256 GB SSD. I want to make that 1 TB SSD. And then I have the external drive. So by the time I finish with this, it probably costs about $1,500 or $1,600 with all the upgrades. But I can do those myself. Now this is an i7 10th gen model. Okay, that's an option. It's only $978, but overall this has been getting great reviews for content creation. Video editing and using it in that example would be good, so keep that in mind. Let's look at long. Okay, here we go. I've got another forum that I check out on Reddit, and everybody uses ThinkPads from Lenovo. I dropped a message in that and I asked them, if I'm going to get an ultra spectre Dell Xps computer, what's the equivalent Lenovo? And they suggested this laptop here. So this is another one we're looking at. Let me update this so you can see the screen I'm talking about. It's a Lenovo, and it's going to be one of the sweet spot ones. Let's go here. So what will happen is with the Lenovo Thinkpad, the E15 here I'm looking at is a good option because firstly, already I'm getting 16GB RAM, so I'd only have to put another 16 in to get my 32GB. I've got a 512GB SSD hard drive. My goal is a terabyte, so I'm halfway there already, and I'm only paying $1,200 here, $1,220. Full HD screen, IPS screen, nice looking machine. Like, as in looks wise, I don't really care, to be honest. As long as it does the work, I'm not too fussed about how it looks like physically. So I could actually get an old case and put like a really new computer in there, but that does look nice. That looks very nice. Now the only thing here is going to be either I get an XPS Dell or I get a Lenovo, because I reckon Lenovo is going to be let's have a look at that. Let's have a look. So what we were saying is the Lenovo ThinkPad here would be a good option if you're looking to keep within the ThinkPad range. So I have got a really old ThinkPad that I still use for internet surfing and basic documents, but it's not going to cope too well with video editing. This one is an upgrade on that. This is a ThinkPad E15 and it's a mid-size. It's not too big, 15.6. We've got the 10th gen i7, 4 cores, 16GB RAM. I'm going to upgrade that to 32GB. I'll have to invest a bit of money there. And then the hard drive, 512GB would be fine, but I might put a 1TB in there. This isn't too bad here. However, I have got an eye on the Dell Xps 15, which is a 9500, 15.6, and that is actually going to be a good content creation laptop. And looking here, you can see the design of it looks very nice. It's like kind of MacBook territory, sleek. But the only thing I'm finding is I don't want it to limit my in and out ports. The newer the laptop is, they seem to be having less and less ports, so then you have to get a separate dock. So that might be something to think about. And let's see this now. What we're saying here, it's not too bad, $1,700. And then the final option I'm thinking of is an Asus ROG. I had one of these ROGs before, but it's an older model. So this is going to be a 4K Ultra HD 15.6 gaming laptop, as well as Intel Core i7. So we've got a GeForce graphics card RTX 2060. That will be sufficient. That'll be more than sufficient. And it looks like it's not going to be too bulky. That looks quite nice, because I know some of the gaming ones are too out there. So that is a nice option. That's a quick overview in terms of pricing. So you can see those were a few different laptops if you're thinking about content creation and why some will be better than others. Hopefully that helps you if you're thinking about it, and there'll be another video here you can check out about content creation. I'll see you on that video.